Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. Hope everybody's having a lovely weekend. And with that being said, let's get into the dang stinking TA. Alright, guys, we're going to talk big picture here because we are going to be taking a look at the weekly time frame. That's going to be the focus of this video. We're going to start off with the indices, SPY, QQQ, IWM, DIA. We could even talk a little Mr. VIX. And then we're going to get in some individual ticker setups that I think are looking juicy for next week. All right. And I will let you know right now, they are downside focus. Get into it. We're going to start off here on the weekly time frame. And I am just going to tell you guys right now, guys, you do have a bearish divergence going on this RSI. 70-70 over there. You have that going on right there. I'm not saying that produces, a big old sell. You had that one going on over there. It did produce a big old sell. All right, so just something to take note of. We're just going to review all the factors we got on the board here. And then we're going to, draw our conclusion by the end of, the first half of this video. All right, so the reason we have nothing on our chart right now is because we are on a different layout. I just wanted to have a very clean picture here of, something I think is very obvious. The break and retest. I think it's extremely obvious, and I do think it is going to be going down. It doesn't have to be the case, but as you can see right here, clearly had a break and retest going on right there. Okay, now we can go like that. And you can also see break and retest align perfectly with you touching the golden pocket. And then that is exactly what marked your bottom, and you ran up ever since then. All right, so let's just take this off. Let's just put this here. Let's say the run ends here. Guess what? If you do decide to have a big old retracement, you are going to end up, not holding this 460 zone. And I'm just saying, if a lot of people are sitting there buying the dip heavy right here, it could, that could provide the fuel to then cause the slippage to get, somewhere down here. All right, so that's, the first thing I just want to put on your radar, guys, all right, is 460 is definitely what I'm looking for. I'm not saying we have to bottom out there, but we have an absolute massive ripper here without any really consolidation or pullback. You do have this going on. I understand, but let's just look at the daily time frame. Guys, you are just in a range. You're waiting for the next move. Now, I do think the next move is going to be pretty obvious, but that doesn't have to be the case. All right? Here on the weekly time frame, it doesn't really tell us too much. It doesn't. But now we're going to get down to the daily time frame. And what do we got going on down there? All right, guys, you have the quadruple bearish divergence going on down there. That's all I really want to point out. You have a 1 point. You have a 2. You have a 3. You have a 4. All right? Not saying you're not going to see this thing come back up. And maybe, we do end up taking out all-time highs around, 498.78? Is that what that is? Let's just take a closer look, eh? 479.98. I was completely wrong. Okay, yeah. Regardless, guys. Oh, 417 is over here. Okay. Boys, mixing up yesterday's price action with all-time highs, all right? Regardless, guys, I want to point out something right here, right now. Well, what is that? You're going down, all right? You have these green bars, decreasing volume on this mega pump, all right? You had this mega pump. It was off of decreasing volume. As one of these is line, it's either the volume or price, and I can tell you right now, it's, almost every single time, it's gonna be the freaking price, because volume is just the market participants influencing that price. And if it's not showing up there, then we got to be cautious up here. You see how you have this big volume spike on this big green bar, eh? We have an equivalent big green bar right here. This is a 1.4% day. This is a 1.43% day, and we have less volume. I'm just putting it, big fat green bar, volume spike, all right? Now you had the decreasing volume, you ended up going flat here, all right, guys? So I'm not looking for upside. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I'm looking for some downside to go on. I made my call in the last video on how I think we are topping right here. You're setting traps all over the place. I'm seeing every single long setup I freaking put my eyes on is just, invalidating. They're freaking falling flat. Guess what? Guys, in December, this was the exact opposite. When did this rip start? All right, you had November going on, then you had December. Guys, the last 2 months, we've had crazy long setups. Guess what? They are not working. They're not working. What does that tell us? It tells us the big money that's controlling things is not supporting these things. They're taking their money out of these things. Okay? Speculation. It's just not working right now. All right? The speculative assets are going, well, you know, obviously there's Bitcoin. Let's actually talk about that before we go any further. Bitcoin. All right? Let's come over to my other layout here now that we've went over SPY. I just want to have a very clean picture there for everybody. All right? What happened for Bitcoin, though? Guys, you had the ETF approval. You spiked up. Literally went straight to, you know, the zone that we said above here. This is where you open the door to 52K. You got pretty much nothing in between here and here, eh? But guess what? When you broke out here, we also said you got nothing in between here and here, eh? So we were calling for this 47K. What did we get? We got the 47K. You did end up selling. You had a nasty topping tail shooting star candlestick going on over there. And then you have this. What the heck is this? A minus 8% day, baby. All right, I'm just saying, if, you know, these things are going to be moving and grooving together, then we're going to see SPY follow suit. Well, we're going to see NASDAQ follow suit because, you know, it's more related to Bitcoin over here, not SPY. But yeah, we're going to see the NASDAQ and, you know, you got, you know, semis are going to be leading the NASDAQ. NASDAQ leads the S&P, guys. I do think everything's going to be moving down. I'm just saying IWM over here doesn't look good. I pointed this out. All right. Guys, you're literally just getting this break and retest. Now, what do you also have going on IWM? I'm going to show you. All right? You have that. What is that, guys? Oh, it's a bear flag. You got a bear flag. I'm just putting it out there. If you break down, you got nothing for a $4 move, guys. That is 2 freaking percent on IWM. I think we got a 2% down day incoming, baby. All right? I'm not saying that happens. But I am putting it on your radar. And I want to make this actually very clear for anybody, okay? Anybody. And I'm just going to say, I appreciate you guys, all right? I know the vast majority, 99.7% of you guys are positive individuals who understand. All right, guys? I am just some guy on YouTube sharing his technical analysis with the people, all right? I understand I make some calls sometimes like I just did in the last video. I think we're topping right here, right now. I think we're probably doing it. I make those calls. I can't guarantee these things are going to be ready. I can't tell you, all right, the setups, the long setups that we call out, all right? I'm telling you right now, they are setups. It does not mean they're going to be playing out. They are setups. If you get the market environment, the market conditions that are supporting these setups, you're going to see them play out like we saw some boom candlesticks going on all of November and December. This is exactly what I was just pointing out, how SPY was ripping in November and December. Guess what? All right? The tide has changed. You are seeing it move down. The long setups are invalidating. Your boy has just changed his tide. We are going to be focusing on downside setups. I got some juicy ones for you. But if you're going to come into the comments and kind of just crap on me because, you know, some setups don't work out, guess what? You're gambling on someone on YouTube and you don't have an idea what you are doing. You don't have a plan. I have the plan when I'm using these setups. I'm telling you right now, you don't. You're getting frustrated at somebody on YouTube. I am a guy on YouTube sharing his technical analysis for absolutely free. I put hours and hours and hours of my time every day into my business and into my YouTube channel, as well as just everything. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to speak my mind on this YouTube channel. If you got a problem with that, I'm sorry. Okay? That is not a me problem. I guarantee it. I am here to help. But I'm telling you right now, you cannot just blindly follow anybody on the internet. It's not going to work out. You have to go learn for yourself. So do not get frustrated on someone in the internet. Get frustrated at yourself. I am here to help. All right, guys? You had a beautiful break and retest going on here. You had a, you know, over here, you're not losing support. You had a little bear flag. It does look like you're coming down all the way down here. I do think at some point Carvana is going to have a sick, nasty bounce, but this is what I'm talking about. You're not going to see these long setups playing out here, all right? The support levels, like right here, you're probably going to break, then you're probably having a $5 down move all the way down here to 36.40, all right? That's what I'm telling you right now. This is the environment we are in right now, and if SPY hasn't even started moving down, then guess what? We could actually see all of those small caps die. All right, they could go all the way back down and we could get to run it back again. But guess what? You can't wipe yourself out if you want to run it back again. So don't blindly follow someone on the internet. All right, use Put 2 and 2 together. That's all I'm saying. I do a lot of if then this statements on this channel. Why do I do that? Because that's how technical analysis works. If anybody thinks they're 100% certain, then I'm telling you right now, you haven't been in the game long enough, because nothing is certain. I guarantee it. It is if then statements all the way. You play it level by level. There's a reason we got these zones. Guess what? If you hold here, guys, we're going to be bobbing our head up and down. You lose it. You have no support until you come all the way down here. Let's just go down to the hourly time frame and take a look at the levels that I am paying attention to. All right. So as you guys can see, this is what I'm going to be paying attention to going into the week. All right. I don't know how the start of the week is going to, you know, terrorize my chart here. Right. I don't know what's going to happen, but I can tell you right now, if you break down under here, you're probably coming straight down here. Here's your day trade. Here's your $1.50 day trade. You start to break half size, enter another half on the reaches. I don't know. I don't care. Guess what? You have nothing until you come all the way down here. So if you do end up breaking 475, we're going to call it 475.20. That was actually the golden pocket, which, you know, let me just remind some people how spot on we've been recently. You really want to tell me I haven't been spot on, guys? Over here, I thought it was fishy. Over here, I thought we were around topping. I also said, you know, somewhere around here that I was going to get humbled, because I was really hyped that we called the living crap out of this. You see this going on. You see this going on. And then you got this going on. You guys want to see something? All right. Do you want to see how, you know, your boy had 2 scenarios. We called the bottom. You want to tell me I've been wrong recently? I'm going to remind you. And this is what I was saying about speaking the channel. People are saying I'm getting defenses. I'm going to literally sit there showing you what we've been going over. And you can make your own decision. I don't care. You had a downtrend break. You also had the 4-hour RSI in the exact same spot. You started your last major bounce. All right. There's a reason we had 2 scenarios. Because right here, if you put a horizontal line, that is the exact spot, the RSI bottom out right here, and you had a $10 move up. And then you did have a $10 move back down. And then you put in a bottom. So we had 2 scenarios. Both were bullish. And then we came up to 402.90. And then I commented on that video, because I recorded it earlier in the day, somewhere before this massive thing, all right, that I thought we were going to start having a move up, and I thought it was going to be beneficial for people to know. So I left a comment on the freaking video after the fact at the end of the day saying, guys, this move is no longer bearish. This is a bullish move. I think we're going to run back up to all-time highs. There you go. What did we do? We ran pretty close to all-time, not all-time highs, but, you know, back up to the high, I'm pretty sure it said. SPY did end up running back up to the high. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. If you want to forget what we've been talking about, that's on you. You want to get emotional, that's on you, all right? But this is my channel. I know exactly what we've been talking about. And, yeah, it's this. And now I'm telling you guys, I do think we are going to be stalling out up here. That's what I think's going on here. All right? And I do want to point out, decreasing volume, same thing we took a look at over there on SPY. Decreasing volume, guys, I told you, we're talking big picture in this video. Big picture, all right? We're not just talking about the, you know, the little stuff going on day to day. We're talking about big picture. Decreasing volume, fake move. Oh, big old volume spike on the big bearish move, all right? And you also have higher volume than over here on this little doji candlestick, all right? Guys, we're getting ready for the next move. I do think it is going to be down. I'll make that very clear right here. VIX, all right? Guys, before this freaking move down happened, I drew this arrow. I drew this arrow. We have a complex head and shoulders formation at our fingertips. If it can hold here, guess what? It's going to probably start shooting up here. And it's probably going to break out. And we're probably going to see it go like that. And maybe we see it go like that. I don't know. No idea. I also happen to say that a lot. So, like, again, with these whole, you know, the predictions are wrong. I'm telling you right now, I throw those out. But I cover my butt every single video. I tell you guys, I don't know what comes next. If this happens, then we're going there. It's just like I told you on SPY on these levels. Come down to the hourly time frame. All right, let's just, you know, finish off the indices with this. Well, we're going to talk about some IWM because I think that's actually really juicy. We're going to start off our you know, our tickers or setups that we're looking at with IWM. So it's not an individual ticker, but we got QQ and IWM that I'm paying attention to for a trade this week. All right, so there's that. But guess what, guys? All right, you break under here. Let's just make it real simple. Arrows. If you're a day trader, here you go. If you want to play 0 DTs, here you go. All right. There you go. You're holding exactly where you need to hold. Boom, boom, boom. That was your break and retest zone. You held exactly where you need to. And this is where I was saying that I humbled myself and made a big old mistake. And that's what I was talking about. If you're frustrated, you're making mistakes. You shouldn't be frustrated with the market. I'm hella excited for this week. I'm going back to the approach that works, which is, hey, let me get in and out. Let me extract my money. I was talking to Discord. Hey, all right. 100, 200, 300 bucks per trade, all right? Get me my money. I'd much rather have that than, sitting in swings. I don't want to sit in things. I see things every single day that I could be taking advantage of. And, I have been, but guess what? All right? It kind of sucks to just be sitting on a loss. So, there's that. I don't know. But, then you also look at something like Tesla. And I know this daily RSI is all the way down here, and this is like exactly where you get your bounces. So I'm kind of just waiting on that. You see that $20 rip right there from the lows? All right, yeah, $10 rip from where it is. So maybe we, come all the way down here to the gold. Like, that's what I'm saying, guys. If it's gonna bottom out, it's right here. So I don't want to sell this thing. All right, and like that, it's just similar situations. We're just gonna talk some China. All right, talk some reality here. All right, guys, some reality. Neo's right down at support. You could sell it if you want, but you're literally right down at support. If you, I don't want to say if you held on, but you know what? I can't deny I just kind of sat in it. But 30 something days on your contracts. I think you're probably going to get a decent pop out of China before that expiration. And JD, I can't say this looks good at all. This is probably the ugliest looking, China ticker that I could find. Baba looks nothing less than sexy, but yeah, all right. It's taking its dear sweet time. These are the things that, they suck. All right. This is China. China's taking a big old dumpity poop. All right. Come back over here to IWM. Let's talk about it. You break underneath here, guys. You got a straight shot down. That is a 2% move. There is your day trade of the week. You don't need many trades to make that money. That's what I was just getting at. I don't know. I was just real focused on accumulating these February swings. And guess what? No. All right. No. We very easily could just focus on the focus setups that we prepare for every single week and execute them when alerts get hit and . All right. But yeah, guys, this thing looks nothing less than absolutely just ugly. All right. Uptrend break. We pointed this one out before. It was a similar scenario to over here on Mr. TLT. You got the uptrend break. Now you're doing the break and retest. We're going to have to see. I want to see some follow through. I do know someone took a big old position, guys. If rates get cut, you're going to see this thing go flying. So that, I'm not saying it's happening right now. I'm just saying if the markets tries pricing that in, that is what's going to happen. TLT, not only technically speaking, is going to be looking good here, you're also going to, have, fundamentals backing you there. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at over there. But yeah, all right, guys, you come over here to DXY. It's still telling us to proceed with caution. You still got this inverse head and shoulder formation going on here on the 4-hour chart. And yeah, that's what I'm paying attention to. And I don't think you need to, complicate things with tenure. You can if you would really like to, but I really strongly believe you do not have to. Okay, so that's that. And if you want to, let's just take a look. Did anything happen on these days when you broke out here? All right, so big green day. Thursday, it was Jan 4th. What happened to SPY? You had this day. Guys, if you freaking watched TNX, if you watched the US 10-year and you got freaking bearish right there, you shorted the freaking bottom, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And that's why we don't watch this thing. It's a piece of poop. All right, guys? Well, we cover it. I'm not saying it's a piece of poop, all right? It's obviously a very, very important, what do we want to call this? Tool vehicle. It's an important financial vehicle that has a lot of money going in and out of it. But I'm just going to tell you right now, all right? Bond market's massive. I don't think it's, a necessity to watch it if you're just sitting there doing what we are doing, trading SPY, QQQ, and the indices and covering these. I do not think it is the absolute necessity. Why? Because you literally would have gotten bearish on that big green bar on the breakout and then had a dollar move down on SPY and then boom. That is $7 2 days later. I'm serious, guys. I got your back. Your best interest is literally my best interest. I guarantee it. Like, just try and look at it a different way. It's not, all right? I got your best interest in mind when I make these videos. That's why I get really, I don't even want to say I get frustrated, but I see this, I do get frustrated. I see these comments, like, just kind of just deteriorating what I, like, tearing down what I got here, just trying to at least. And guess what, all right? I put so much freaking work into this, And you know, I'm a man for the people, guys. You scratch my back. I promise I'll scratch your back. All right, I promise. That being said, let's get over to the individual tickers. What setups are we watching going into this week? We've got some good stuff. All right, we do have some good stuff. We're going to come over here. I'm going to go log that. We're going to look at some of these setups right here. All right, the first one I'm going to point out is Roblox, guys. This thing, and you know what? I'm not even going to take off these levels right now. I don't care enough to do so. All right. You know, if you want to trade along with me, it's in the Discord. But guess what? All right. These are your take profit levels. The whole idea here is get a risk-free trade going on by the time you get down here. I think it's extremely likely you get down here. But, you know, if you want to, you know, take a little more risk off the table before that comes into play, right there around 40-30, that is where you are, you know, you have a bunch of this clutter going on. You probably have some sort of demand going on down there. You're going to have an auction is what I'm getting at. And you're going to do something like this. All right. Boom, 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 boom. And then maybe you continue down there. All right. So bear flag, I don't know. We're going to have to see. But the whole idea here is get your risk off the table right here. Leave your runner right there. There you go. All right. 41 put, baby. It was 80 cents on Friday. What are we talking? All right. Guys, you get that 40 put into the 41 put all the way down here. You're looking at a $400 contract. There's your 400% gains, baby. All right. What is the next one that we are going to be paying attention to? We are paying attention to ARK K. All right, ARK K has an absolute glorious setup going on here. You do have a head and shoulders formation. Yeah, guys, we're not talking about those inverse head and shoulders formations like you had going on down here. We're talking about the exact opposite. All right, guys, you break 47.41, which you already got the daily close underneath. Guess what? You have absolutely nothing until you come all the way down here, $1.50 to 45.85, which is going to be the low of this candlestick right here. That is your take profit level number one. All right, gray levels were my take profit levels. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry you guys are seeing them. I'm moving forward. I'm gonna, you know, private these. They're gonna be for the Discord. But guess what? We're in a rush today. I'm literally at work. It's just extremely slow, so I am coming home to record this video right now. Okay, so there's that. But yeah, guys, you guys can see what's going on. You guys can see the plan, guys. We're talking 47 puts. That's what I like for Friday's expiration. And what happens if you leave a runner all the way down to TP number 3 at 43.61? What happens, guys? What happens? You have a freaking $400 contract, baby, a $350 contract. You guys want to come over to Weevil? Take a glance, take a gander, all right? I think ARK K is actually the sexiest thing going into this week. I think it's extremely glorious, all right? You take a look at Mr. Weeble over here, and let's see. All right, you got ARK K. All right, Jan 19 puts, 47. Keep in mind, some theta is going to be taken away throughout Monday if you get some flat trading in the morning. So there's your better entry. Boom, bop, bing, boo, pow. 70 cents. What happens if they go to 350%? That is a 5x on your money. By the time you get down here, what are we looking at? That's going to be on the 47 put. That will be $1.25 in the money. We'll just say it's $1 into the money. Let's go back over to Mr. Weeble. So like that, 47 put. What happens when you go $1 into the money? It goes to 120, all right? So we are looking, and I understand theta is going to be taken, you know, out of this, but guess what? It's also going to be taken out of this. So we're just going to look at the same exact thing. You get $1 in the money. You're looking at, what, it's 70 to 120. We're talking, what is that, 50 bucks? We're talking 70%, just about. You get at 125. Yeah, we'll call it 70, 80% if you get down to TP number one. All right, guys, so I'm just going to say, all right, I'm going to start getting in the habit of taking my first profit at 25%. Or 50% and just absolutely having a break-even stop from that point. My friend Dave, he is, you know, he talked to me about that the other day, and, you know, it got me thinking. So, yeah, I remade the system this weekend, guys. I am extremely excited to have a full-on detail. Like, before it was detailed, now we have, I'm amazed. I spent hours on it today. It was very slow today. I spent pretty much the whole time just working on all my own stuff. And then finding my own, backtesting my own setups within these systems. Well, within each of these setups, there are 12 setups within my system. There are 6 long, 6 short. I am hyped, all right? I am hyped for the coming months. That's all I'm saying, all right? You know, sorry if I'm hyped and you're not hyped. Guess what? Equal my energy. Get hyped. I'm here for you. Get freaking hyped, all right? Because we gonna do some things on this channel, baby. We gonna do some things. But yeah, sexiest setup going into the week is definitely ARK K. Next one we're going to be taking a look at. CELH, and then we're going to save the indices for the end because we do have 2 setups to take a look at over there. CELH, you are grinding into resistance. That slow grind into resistance, which I'm just going to say congratulations. And this is what I was saying, getting frustrated in the comments yesterday, talking to some, yeah, I'll say it, some dickhead, all right? Some guy who's just really frustrated because you probably all-in one of these things and the long setup didn't work. Guess what? There were plenty of these things that did work. You know, I'm serious. You just, you missed the boat. I don't know what to tell you. The tides have changed. We're now seeing downside setups play out. CLH happened to be one of the long setups this previous week that did end up, well, it was 2 weeks ago when I played this. I did not play this week. But yeah, as you guys could see, you literally got a chance off of this breakout right here to play it. I personally swing down here. You got to play the breakout right there. You got to take your profits. Guess what? You got your break and retest. You take it. All right, and you got to play that thing right there. So this is what I'm talking, like, people frustrate me when you tell me, I've been getting everything wrong. Guys, there's plenty of individual ticker setups that I have absolutely nailed over the past 2 months. Absolutely nailed. That, like, hundreds of percents. And you want to, like, I'm sorry you're late to the game, and now you want to FOMO into things. It frustrates me to know that people are thinking about me this way. All right? Guess what? You're grinding into resistance. You got a shooting star candlestick. I'm not going to say you have that increasing volume, but I don't really like this lackluster volume going on right here. All right, on this candle right here, shooting star, bears were, you could see bears were in control that day. You have the volume spike. Guess what? We're watching the 4-hour time frame. You're watching for the breakdown, okay? I'm just letting you know. You want to see the 4-hour close underneath. You could take the position while it's up here, all right? If you really want a well-defined stop, wait for it, somewhere around this area. Use this as your stop right here. Risk reward wise, you're looking real sexy over here. Let me just paint a pretty solid picture for you. All right, short position right there. Let's just say you take it out there. You're going to leave that wick out right there. And boom. Right off the bat, TP number 1, you're literally looking at a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. You want to take it where it is right now. If you get all the way down here, this is really what I think, this is the case right here. There's your 3-to-1. You could take it right off the bat. You start getting up here. This is where, hey, you're looking for this liquidity to, they're looking for people right here to trap, okay? And then guess what? They suck you down, and now you have an amazing risk reward, all right? So I think CLH is absolutely, I think this thing's looking sexy for downside as long as you don't take out this high. If you take out the high, that's when I say you're probably coming at all-time highs. So that is that. All right. There are a few more that I am, watching. I will be putting them in the Discord tomorrow for those of you who are in there. All right. I just, really wanted to work on my system today and get that all 100%, just in line. All right. But yeah. All right, guys. And guys, again, I'm going to repeat what I said in yesterday's video. If you were getting frustrated at the market, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. It's not the market's fault. I promise it is your fault. And I know some people don't want to hear that, but guess what? If you want to win in this game, you need to stay in this game long enough. And I'm telling you, if you keep doing the wrong things, you got to adapt quick. All right? Because this market will eat you. It will eat you so quick. All right? It really will. But yeah, QQQ, guys. That is what we're paying attention to over here. All right? Am I on the right thing? What freaking layout was I looking at this on? What was I on? I got so many here for some freaking reason. QQQ. Where was it? Where was it? I swear it was over here somewhere. It was right here. It was not right here. What am I looking for? Like, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm just not finding it right now. All right. Well, somewhere there should have been a QQQ chart that looked exactly like this guy right here. I'm tight. I can't find it. Okay. This is what we're looking at. I guess we could have actually easily created this. I don't know why I didn't just whatever. All right, guys, this is literally what I'm watching for. This is the exact setup that I'm watching for. You lose 408.15, all right? Watch for the retest off there on the smaller time frames, as well as the breakout, half size on breakout, well, breakdown in this case, and then half size on retest. That would be, the ideal trade plan, the entry plan here for this trade. You want to see a break underneath 408.15. If that becomes the case, you're also going to break down from this upsloping parallel channel. All right, and then as you guys see, there are only 2 take profits on this one. Why? because I don't want to overstay my welcome, because indices happen to love eating me apart. All right. So you got that going on right over there. All right. Now, last one we're going to be paying attention to. IWM, guys. This thing looks absolutely sexy, and I don't know what else to say other than that. All right. You got this level right here that you're paying attention to, the low of 192.29. If you can bust down 192.29, that is when you will have absolutely nothing here. Okay. I understand you got these wicks underneath, so you do, want to get some confirmation here. You're breaking down, I guess, on the, I guess it's really the 4-hour time frame. All right. Regardless, I think, if you get SPY and QQ doing what I suggested in the, beginning, what the charts to me suggest that is about to go down, then IWM should follow suit. You should be seeing 187.75. That is really what you're paying attention to. You have absolutely no structure going on right here. If you get down here, you're going to flush. And that's that. You're going to flush. You're going to have a minus 2% day on IWM. Guess what? All right. What are these IWM puts at? Let's just talk about some money. Okay. Because this, after all, guys, we talked about the charts, but what are we doing about these charts? We're trying to do our best to make some money. All right. Friday's expiration. What are you looking at? $1 out the money. 192. What happens if you get 187? All right, guys. Crazy moves. Okay. Well, 188. We'll say 188. Crazy moves, guys. You get the 192. We're talking $1. These automatically, we'll just say a day goes by. All right. So those were about $1.20, I think I just saw. All right. So 192. Guess what? A day goes by and now you're $2 in the money somehow. You're looking at 240 schmeckles. All right. That is your 100% gain. All right, guys. With that being said, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the really nice, 97.3% of you. All right. Like 3 nasty individuals yesterday. Well, we're going to say over the past 2 days. Yeah, over the past 2 days. And I'm like, why are you even talking to me like this? I put so much time into these things. And you're going to think I'm a nasty person? Guys, are you freaking kidding me? All right. I'm sorry if you are frustrated, but I'm serious. I have nothing to do with that. Like, I'm serious. I am a guy just putting out his technical analysis on the internet. I can promise you we are just getting started. This is only the beginning, and we will be here on YouTube for 10 plus years. That will be the case. All right. These guys who, have trading experience of 10 to 20 years, because that's me. Well, not right now. That's going to be me. That's what I was saying. All right. But right now, guys, I got like 3 years of trading experience, and I think I'm doing pretty good. And you know why I think I've gotten to this place, in that amount of time? Because it's all been with intent. All right. At least we're going to say the last year. We're going to say all of last year. It was with cold, hard intent. You're trying to get somewhere. You're practicing with intent. And that's the 10,000 hour rule to master something, guys. That's the thing people might not think about. You have to be intentful with this. You have to be trying to improve. You got to be putting in the proper reps. And moving forward, guys, I'm going to be doing my damn best to put in the proper reps. No more swings right now for Mr. Henry. I'm sticking to my focus setups. With that being said, I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.